Hi, and welcome to the Governor's Administrative Cabinet Training. My name is Danielle, and we are going to go over all things that involve the Administrative Cabinet for the Governor on the Boca Raton campus. The 700 statutes are the policies and procedures that the Governor's Administrative Cabinet, Multicultural Programming, Council of Student Organization, Night Owls, Peer Education Team, Savvy, Program Board, and the advisory boards should follow. They break it down by positions, by the purpose to what the organization is there for, and many other key information to look upon. We can go into those in further detail later on. Connection to university-wide, the Governor's Administrative Cabinet works with the CRAB, which is the Campus Recreation Advisory Board. They have members on that board. The SWAB, Student Union Advisory Board, they have members on that board. The Parking Appeals Board, they have various members on that board. BOG, which is the Board of Governors, they serve as one of the 4 members of the Board of Governors. The other members of that board are the other governors from the campuses, so Broward and Jupiter, and the president of the student body. And they are also part of the UBAC process with their university-wide treasurers and the other treasurers from other campuses, including the Boca treasurer. The governor has many responsibilities, and they are all set in the Constitution, Article 4, Section 5. They may work up to 20 hours a week, and they report to the Boca House of Representatives a minimum of twice a month. If you want to know more about the governor and their responsibilities, definitely head into the Constitution. It's about 2 pages long. Some governor traditions that they usually do every single year is the campus address, which is during the fall semester, Stress Last Week, which is twice a year. It's usually in November in the fall, in April in the spring. They've been holding an A&S open forum, so with the governor, along with the treasurer of the Boca campus, they do an open forum so students get to understand the A&S process and how they can contribute as a student. And they're also creating a meet and greets with the governor. So Chris, who is the current governor of the Boca Raton campus, is deciding to do a milkshakes with the governor event so students can really see who the governor of the Boca Raton campus is and to get to know him on more of a personable level. So the main governor's administrative cabinet, there's 3 positions. You have the Chief of Staff, Boca Raton Treasurer, and Director of Marketing. So first off, Chief of Staff. This person is responsible for the management of the GAC and their events, chief liaison between the governor and the student government programs. They preside over the governor's administrative cabinet meetings in absence of the governor, and they may work up to 20 hours a week. The Boca Raton Treasurer assists in maintaining accurate records of all finances, aid with the accounting for all expenditures of the Boca Raton student government funds, advise the governor and the House of Representatives on all financial affairs affecting the Boca Raton campus, inform student government officials of any account where there seems to be mismanagement, inappropriate, or unauthorized spending, and may work up to 20 hours a week. The Director of Marketing, they develop and implement a marketing plan for the entire year, advertise services and activities by student government. So for Stress Last Week, for example, they put up posters throughout campus and through social media, and as well they may work up to 20 hours a week. So for all of the hiring for the Governor's Administrative Cabinet, so the ones we just mentioned and further ones we'll go into, this is how they will be hired. So there will be a hiring committee of the Governor, Speaker of the House, Chief of Staff, if they are chosen by this point, Student Government Advisor, and the Program Advisor. All director positions must be confirmed by the House no later than May 5th. So any directors of multicultural programming, COSA, Program Board, etc. need to be confirmed by the Boca Raton House no later than May 5th. All assistant directors and associate directors should be approved by the GAC at one of their GAC meetings during the month of May or June. All positions should watch the Day 0 to Confirmation training on Blackboard to complete their hiring process, which describes how to use Workday and things like that. All positions cannot work until Human Resources approves their position. So you may be hired by the governor, but you are not hired through HR, so you will not be paid until HR says you will do so. So you may work from 1 week to 2 months, depending on how long HR takes to process your information. And the CRAB and the SWAB, which are university-wide connection boards, They should happen early in the summer so they can work with them throughout the entire summer and the rest of the year. So there are many positions throughout the GAC. We've already gone over Chief of Staff and Marketing Director and the Treasurer, but there are lots more. So we have Multicultural Programming Director, COSO Director, Savvy Director, Program Board Director, PET Director, Night Owls Director, the CRAB and the SWAB members, Parking Appeals members, the Boca Police Liaison, and the volunteer appointments. So there we have many GAC meetings. The GAC, so the Governor, Chief of Staff, Treasurer, and Marketing Director, they meet on the first and the third week of the month. The Marketing Director meets with individual program marketing directors on either the second or the fourth week of the month. The Boca Raton Treasurer meets with the Director or Assistant Director of the programs on either the second or the fourth week of the month. And the Chief of Staff meets with the Director of the programs on either the second or the fourth week of the month. So we have many programs within the Governor's Administrative Cabinet. So we have COSO, which is the Council of Student Organizations, Multicultural Programming, Peer Education Team, Program Board, Night Owls, and Savvy. So our first one is COSO, which again we said Council of Student Organizations. They're charged with the responsibility to provide an official voice for student organizations, inform all students of COSO activities, and encourage participation in them, and objectively allocate money to those organizations. So here's the structure of the COSO Executive Board. We have the COSO Director, the Associate Director, 2 Assistant Directors, the Sports Council Chairs, and the House Representative Ways and Means Chair. So COSO has many traditions. First off, they have Get Wild, which is in the fall. They have funding meetings, SOAR Banquet, and then Club Fest, which is twice a year. So there is Multicultural Programming, also known as MP. Multicultural Programming is charged with the responsibility to create and enrich cultural unity through student government multicultural programming and present and emphasize cultural achievements on the Boca Raton campus. This is the structure of the Multicultural Programming Executive Board. You have the Director, Associate Director, Program Coordinator, Marketing Director, and the Secretary. There are many multicultural programming traditions, which include heritage events, there are some monthly, Festival of Nations, and they also co-sponsor MLK Day of Service with Savvy. The Peer Education Team, also known as PET, they're charged with the responsibility to offer student support, education, and resources for FAU students in all areas of wellness, including but not limited to sexual health, nutrition, and healthy eating, exercise, stress management, HIV/AIDS awareness, self-esteem, and healthy relationships. The structure of the Peer Education Team Executive Board is as follows. They have a director, an associate director, a historian, and a secretary. There are many PET traditions, including commuter breakfasts, tailgate water stations, Love Your Curves fashion show, and condom packages. You'll see a lot of the time that their events are continuous, like the community breakfast happens multiple times a semester, and they always have a water station at every tailgate of the football season. Program Board, also known as PB, is charged with the responsibility to provide social programming and campus activities for the Boca Raton campus. The structure of the peer education team has the director, program coordinators, vice chair, and general committee members. Typical program board traditions include Homecoming Carnival, Freakers Ball, the Bonfire, Summer Comedy/Magic Show, Summer Orientation Events, Fall Family Fest, and the Wow Week. Night Owls. They are charged with the responsibility to provide safe, convenient, and efficient student transportation on the Boca Raton campus. It is a student-run, non-law enforcement service providing transportation for students, faculty, and staff around the Boca Raton campus at night through the use of the student golf carts. The structure of the Night Owls is as follows. Director, Associate Directors, and Night Owls Service Directors. So, Night Owls only has one tradition currently. They do Cash Cab, where students can come in the ride, answer some trivia questions, and win money. That is all I have for this Governor's Administrative Cabinet PowerPoint. If you'd like to know more, please come to the Student Involvement Office, room 218. Thank you so much.